What's up, Facebook? Give me a second.
Obviously, scratch all that, but your sense here, and then I broke it down into the segments that you sent me. And you got the link I sent you as well, Stacey? You got the link I sent you, Stacey, too? Oh, I just want to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
Well, like them shades, boy.
Oh, thank you, man.
Like them shades there, boy. Look at you there, boy.
Didn't she say I feel good, y'all?
Come on, clap your hands.
But before that, she said I feel good, right? Oh, my God. Come on, clap your hands, y'all. I feel good. It is WINSday, WINS. That means you, and even you listening under the sound of my voice are a winner. Malcolm X said, the future belongs to those who prepare for today. On this Wednesday, it's all about laying the groundwork for the victories ahead. Just as Malcolm X taught us, what steps are you taking this Wednesday to ensure you're not just dreaming of success, but actively crafting it? Today's the day to create a plan, take action, and set the stage for the wins that are surely on the way. Let's make today count. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Now, unfortunately, Tamara Fair is not on the air because she is probably on a beach somewhere talking patois. I think I said that right. She is with our Jamaican brothers and sisters. But you know what? We are here in the studio, and that same sun that's shining on the beach is shining on the show today. But guess what? Our main man is our guest co-host today, and that's none other than the security expert himself,
Stacey Chauncey in the house, y'all.
all right. I'm here, y'all. Look, I mean, well, listen, we're going to have a great show for you today. You know, as I was driving in, I thought about some of the announcements that we need to make on the show today. Man, we got some great things going for Black History Month. We are in the season to celebrate all things Black. Now, listen, I'm Black 365 days a year. And with this being the leap year, that makes 366. But I'm blackity black during the Black History Month. And I want you to be too. So guess what? Stacy and I, he don't know, but you know, if he grew up in the church like I did, it say, be ye also ready. Stacy and I are going to treat 3 listeners to lunch today.
Absolutely.
But in order to get that lunch, you're going to have to answer some Black history trivia. So listen, get your number ready. When you hit a trivia, you got to call. Yes, call us at 855-999-1390. That's 855-999-1390. We're going to throw out some Black history trivia throughout the hour. And when you call and answer correctly, lunch will be on us. Yep, that's cash in your pocket. Now, we want you to go eat lunch, but do whatever you want to do with it. We're going to just bless you today. Listen, call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390.
Guys, it's Tamara Fair
and Action Jackson.
One Brunch Bunch. Now, your home is not just a place. It's a lifetime of memories, hard-earned and cherished. At Secure Home and Automation, they understand what it means to protect these needs.
So I get some
as
for
a Brinks authorized dealer, they stand guard over a million.
Yep, you get to keep your black card 1 week longer.
You know what? Their response center is ever vigilant.
So you talk about the Black History stuff. I had a couple of Black History facts as well.
Okay, do you? Oh.
No, I'm just saying, you know,
fulfill and even exceed all industry standards. With Secure Home and Automation, they have
I cut mine down too. I wonder,
solution. Round the clock
Please, yes.
Sounds good to me. Isn't that priceless? So let Secure Home and Automation be a part of your story, a part of your legacy. They're safeguarding your home and preserving your peace.
So go ahead and call 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. Call today and make a wise choice to secure your tomorrow. Secure Home and Automation. You've heard the name.
Put it in there,
now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring to
we used
your
to have.
home.
I bought a bunch of these because I bought this one. I had one too, though. It may be in my car.
Stacey Chauncey, 866-447-3344.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson, and the business spotlight of the week is you. That's right, I'm talking about you. Are you an entrepreneur, a business owner, an author, an executive at a nonprofit organization, or you just have something that you need spotlighted on air? Reach over 15,000 daily listeners. The business spotlight of the week includes a daily commercial live on the air, a video just like this talking about your business. You don't want to miss this opportunity to let everyone know about your great business or your great product. All you have to do is DM us at brunchbunch1390, or you can email us at info@thebrunchbunch.com. This business spotlight was brought to you by the Dream Center Co-working and Business Support Services.
Hey there, Chicago. Are you looking to buy the home of your dreams or sell your property at the best price?
Your quest ends at LNS Development. With our expert real estate and mortgage loan services, we turn your property dreams into reality.
Don't let financial hurdles stand in your way. Our seasoned team is here to guide you every step of the way.
So whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, make your next move with confidence.
Call us at area code 773-616-0906 and let LNS Development open the doors to your property dreams. Again, 773-616-0906.
What's up, DJ Bilo, Bettina, and Tina, and Akima, Zoe. The real history. Without Black history, where would we be? Where would this country be? You know, African American slaves that were imported to America helped build this country. And we should be celebrating Black history, not just in the 28 or this year, 29 days of February, but all year long, because some of our everyday utensils were created by African Americans. But thanks to Mr. Thomas Green, a faithful listener, who has sponsored today's Black History Fact. Tulsa, Oklahoma's Booker T. Washington High School was founded in 1913. Located in the Greenwood neighborhood, the school served Tulsa's African American population until it was desegregated in 1973. The school escaped destruction during the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre and was used by the American Red Cross as the headquarters for relief activities in its aftermath. The photograph that we'll be posting on our social media pages is from a photo album owned by W.D. Williams, 1905 to 1984, who survived the massacre and graduated from Booker T. Washington High in 1922. He returned to Tulsa after graduating from Hampton University and taught at his alma mater for 42 years. Now, that is so dope. You know, I always say about African Americans, Stacey, when we get successful, we shouldn't run from our communities. When we start making money, we shouldn't go to these suburbs that don't really want us. We should build up our communities and come back, or just come back and give back, right? Because if you don't want to just stay there, and I get it, you know, dodging bullets is a sport in itself. So if you live on a block where you got to dodge bullets every day, you got young kids, I get you want to live somewhere a little bit safer. Take the money that you're making and then start buying the block, right? And then we can make the blocks what we want to make them, but let's not run from them.
Yeah, I get it. Well, we want to make the block what we want to be, but it's going to take some other stuff as well. I mean, the police presence and all the rest of that kind of stuff makes the difference. And you can't be a food desert around you. You know, you got to make sure you have the resources in and around you, so you don't have to drive cross town to get what you need.
But that's why I say it's us.
Yeah,
we can't wait on Superman to save us. Yeah. If you have millions of dollars and I have millions of dollars like we do, you know, speaking it into existence, we should be buying the properties on the block. Now, here's what I believe the issue is. Most of the communities that are not being serviced, one is it lacks representation from our political our politicians.
Okay.
You know, that's one thing. Two, we don't have as many homeowners. So when you think about these communities, I live in a suburb. I did for a while. I'm West Side, y'all. Don't be judging me. But, you know, when I go to the white communities meetings, the number one thing you hear, we don't want this, we don't want that. We are taxpayer. We pay property taxes. You know, and that's the fight. But when you got a community full of all renters, and the owners of those properties don't live in the community, they're not from the community, they don't care about the community, they're not speaking up for the community.
Well, I don't know if I completely agree with that. I mean, you know, you have forums where we're coming together and we're speaking up, but the powers that be are still not responding to what we want to take place in our community. They make the decision for us. You get in those other communities where the dollars are circulating a little bit more heavier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, listen, we're gonna take our money someplace else because you know I make $80,000, not $80,000. I make $800,000 a year on the north side.
Yeah,
I make $500,000 a year on the north side, right? And I'll take my money someplace else if that's how you gonna look at it.
Jarrell is funny. If anybody don't know our other producer Jarrell, now I'm playing with the sticky pad making noise. If you hear it in the background, that was me. Sorry, Jarrell looked like he's about to have a stroke back there. Like, what's happening?
He like, you go now with that.
But you said something.
Yeah.
You said they say I'm leaving this community, or I'm not gonna be here when I'm bringing in all this money.
Correct.
That's the power. When you are paying property taxes, if let's hypothetically speaking, no, I'm speaking this into existence. I'm going to amass this great wealth. I'm going to go back and buy every vacant lot and abandoned building on the block that I love, right? And I know they abandoned city-owned property, but I'm gonna just buy them. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm spending my hard-earned money. Now, when I call my alderman and he knows that I own $500,000 worth of property in his ward,
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying so much property taxes,
right?
Then I'm demanding him to do something, right? Because I'm a stakeholder in this community.
Correct.
And then if I buy the grocery store around the corner, now I'm bringing fresh fruit. It just gives us a little bit more power. I saw, and I won't say any names, but if you follow me, I was in Chicago. I was sitting on the front row of a mayoral forum a few years ago, you know, whenever it was, follow me. And I saw a very wealthy black real estate developer in Chicago tell the mayor, who was not black, to shut up and sit down in the middle of his speech. Now, he didn't say shut up and sit down. He took his finger, covered his mouth, and made the motion to sit down. And that mayor stopped in the middle of his tangent because he was, you know, going off, and shut up and sat down. And in that moment, I said, now that's power. And I said, we keep going in rooms talking about we want change. But in order to really get change, we need power. And in order to get power, I don't care what you say, we need money.
So that gentleman that told him to shut space and sit down, he must have been writing a major check.
Oh, of course.
And so those other folks, if they're not writing no major checks, they can't have no major.
The Bible says money answers all things. I can't get nobody to help me. So if we got some money, then we can start seeing some change. So listen, believers, as you amass this wealth, let's start investing this wealth into funding our politicians, making sure we're supporting their campaigns, if we support their mission and their agenda, right? Because he who writes the checks get the meetings and the seat at the table. Then buy the property in the community, open up the stores that we need to see, and then we can start. But if we just wait on grant opportunities every time and for Superman to come out the sky and save us, I believe, you know, this is my opinion, our communities will stay the same.
And how much of that is based on lack thereof voting?
Well, you know what?
I mean, you know, to get some of those individuals out that's not really basically talking to your needs, speaking to your needs, and doing some of the things that need to happen in your community. Every single year, you see the same people winning, same people complaining about those individuals winning, and they're not participating in the process.
We got to participate in the process. We got to organize. Voting matters, right? voting matters, having a seat at the table. I said Shirley Chisholm quote the other day, if you don't have a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Thanks to the Alabama brawl, bring a white folding chair, because now it doubles as a seat and a weapon. So if they show out and don't want to give you what you want, you know, you got that white chair. Do what you need to do, bruh, sis, whatever. But at the end of the day, Stacey, you know, and when I'm learning, when I'm in the rooms, it don't matter if you're the leader of a major organization with thousands of votes sometimes. If you're writing the biggest check to these politicians, that's who they're listening to. That's who they're appointing to these high positions. And I had a white woman in Black History Month. I can talk about it. Shout out to my good friend Becca, who I hosted a Black History event at the Mid-America Club 2 years ago. And in the room, we talked about how politicians keep coming in our community. Dr. Willie Wilson said that. He said they keep giving out turkeys during the holiday to get your vote, not understanding that some of these people can't even cook the turkeys. And this white woman came up to me and she said, Becca, she said, is it my white privilege or is it really people can't cook a turkey? They don't have stoves. And I said, it's not, some may not have stoves. I said, some may not have gas.
Correct.
You know, the gas is cut off, so they can't cook. So, you know, but those are the people at the table making decisions for us, and they don't understand. Now, I can go on and on. We'll be talking all hour about this because I'm so passionate, but I want us to wake up. You change the brain, you change the behavior. And then this Black History Month, believers, I want us to start changing our brain, read more books, learn our history. Dr. King's last fight was the bad check that America wrote. It was about money. Medgar Evers was a political civil rights leader. He was NAACP fighting for people to be able to vote. But one of his last fights was, if the whites of Jackson, Mississippi don't want to support us, let's withdraw our economic buying power. When we understand that economics, when you start messing with the man's money, that is when they say, you know what? Well, now we're going to change some stuff.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, when you think about boycotting some of these stores downtown and all the rest of the other kind of stuff, could you imagine if we just said, you know what, for the next month, we're not spending a penny downtown Chicago? Could you imagine?
Well, some of us can't know it because half the stores closed now. Anyway. No. But you're right.
You know, anything, we're not spending any money down there.
Nope.
You know, then you get people's attention from that particular bank.
We have $1 trillion buying power.
$1 trillion buying power.
And we don't control any market. We have market shown. The only market that African Americans control is poverty. And that's unfortunate. When you look at the Chinese, what market do they control? When you look at the Indians, what market do they control? You know, when you look at African Americans, when we think of a market that we control, we don't control the hair industry.
Nope.
We don't control the nail industry. We don't control the energy industry. You know, look at all of these major industries.
Hair industry. We don't control none of that kind of
We don't even control the liquor industry, but there's a liquor store on every corner in the Black community. What does that? We don't even control, if you want to call the church a business and you want to call that an industry, we're not even controlling that. You know what? We have to wake up and understand that finance, why do you think they didn't put it in our schools? Why do you think in Oak Park Elementary School, my nephew was learning how to balance a checkbook in 3rd grade that I didn't learn until I wrote a few bad checks in college. You know, I had to learn the hard way. Like, wait a minute, I can't just write that check. You know, but those are the things that we got to pay attention to.
I agree.
We need, you know, well, listen, let me get off my soapbox. Send all offerings to nothing but the truth, so help me God ministries. But no, seriously, during this Black History Month, believers, let's be intentional on the things that we're doing, the things that we're learning, and the things that we're supporting, so that we can move into Black Women's History Month next month, March, with intentionality. But you know what? I need you, you need me, but we all need God. It's the Walls Group. I need you right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. Was it slow enough? No problem. I saw you moving. I said, wait a minute. So she do get God is? Yeah. Zoe, you told me what no God is. That's why
that's where the miscommunication came from. Because she told me to put it next, and I was like, "Oh, you must have told her."
I asked her, but she told me it wasn't in there.
You're gonna be hitting the number today.
Okay. Oh, let's find out. I want to cut this song off. Not cut it off.
What's gonna be your Black History?
Bring it down. That's what we need to do right now.
You got one?
You got. Well, it got to be a question they can answer.
Oh yeah. What you think about this? I just pulled up a couple of things I was gonna talk about today.
Let me see, because it got to be something you think.
What about this one? First off, heart surgery.
These gonna be some hard. We can get these out as some Black History.
I'm gonna
do some kind of yeah. Let me reread it, Zoe. But no, she did. Hold on 1 second. Jory. Lord, I need. All right, Adam. Who believes like me that Adam should switch to inspirational music and rap? What y'all think? Drop in the comments if Adam should switch over to inspiration.
Speaking to a biased audience here.
Right. I'm like, Stacey said, what's up? She's always said he should.
What's up, Tina?
Okay, I got one. Just on that. I want to talk over the music, then go back to the song. Oh well, let me just talk over it. Believers, here's your first Black History trivia of the day. If you answer correctly, you will win lunch sponsored by Secure Home and Automation and the Brunch Bunch. Who was the first African-American mayor of the city of Chicago? Call 855-999-1390. That's 855-999-1390. If you can answer that question, you get lunch on us. Who was the first African-American mayor of the city of Chicago? A sick cat in the studio. What does that mean, Tina? She said, is there a sick cat in the studio? Adam, I never brought your coffee cup.
We got the caller. You got a caller? Yeah, the caller. Y'all want to put them on the air? Or what y'all want to
Yeah, let's put them on the air.
It's only 30 seconds.
Play a bed over. Then after this, drop Stacey. We'll talk about it. Okay, come on.
Lord is my heart, no gimmicks, no strings.
Believers, we got a call on the line. Caller, what's your name and who was the first African-American mayor of the city of Chicago?
This is Tina Hammond.
Tina, you cheating. What's up, Tina?
It's Mayor Hill Washington.
No, it's Brandon Johnson.
You said the first.
Oh, I thought I said the current. No, Tina, that is the correct answer. Tina, you just got lunch from Secure Home and Automation. And who just made you a winner?
Gospel 1390.
All right.
Woo! All right, Tina, stay on the line so we can get your cash out for your Zelle, and we're gonna get that over to you. I have another trivia question, and I just forgot it. Lord, listen, Stacey. We are so glad to have you. You got a Black History fact that you wanted to share.
I do. So I pulled some Black History facts on things that happened on a Wednesday because I'm here on a Wednesday. So I'll share a couple of those facts. August 3rd, 1852, Frederick Douglass, a former slave who became a prominent civil rights leader, gave his famous speech, what is the slave on the 4th of July in Rochester, New York. In 1852, Frederick Douglass was dropping major nuggets. In 1852. Another one, August 16th, 1960, Joseph K. Jackson invented and received the patent for gamma electric cell that could be converted to nuclear radiation into electricity. Isn't that major?
That is,
because what used to happen, Black folks would invent some of these things, and other folks would do what?
Steal them. And not give the credit.
And not give them the credit. You know, so I just pulled up a couple of things that happened on Wednesdays in Black history.
Well, you know what? I remembered my Black history trivia for the believers as you were talking. Thank you for that. Believers, if you can answer this question, lunch is on us, Secure Home and Automation, and the Brunch Bunch. When Dr. Martin Luther King moved to the city of Chicago, what side of town did he live on? Call 855-999-1390. That's 855-999-1390. What side of town did Dr. King live on?
I thought you was going to say, what church did he go to?
Hey, we got a caller on the phone. Man, that was fast. Y'all just call her. Caller, what's your name?
Better not be Tina.
My name is Emma Burton.
Hey, Miss Emma, how you feeling?
Not too bad.
All right, so let's see. What side of town did Dr. King live on when he moved to Chicago?
Wow, I didn't hear that one. I heard who was the first mayor.
Oh, we got a winner to that one. But you want to guess this one?
Yeah, let me guess this one. I'm going to say Southside.
Sorry, Miss Emma. Sorry. But you know what? Keep listening. We got one more question. We got one more question after this one. We got another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Patsy.
Patsy. What side of town did Dr. King live on when he moved to Chicago?
The west side.
You know the best side. You better say it, Miss Patsy. Miss Patsy, you just won lunch on behalf of Secure Home and Automation and the Brunch Bunch. Who made you a winner?
You know you did. How about that?
Well, listen.
$13.90. But I have something to say. Actually, the first Black mayor that they took it away from was Wilson Frost. He was supposed to be the mayor when Old Man Daley died. He was mayor pro temp. They would not declare him the mayor, but by law he was the mayor.
You know what? I do know that history. And thank you, Miss Patsy, for bringing it up. Because we got to talk about that, you know. And we never acknowledge Sawyer. Rod Sawyer's father was mayor as well. Yeah, for a little bit. Well, Miss Patsy.
Was back there in the day. He was supposed to be back around when Old Wicked Man Daley died.
Oh, yeah. I love the way you said that. You sound like my great-grandmother. God rest her soul. Listen, Miss Patsy, stay on the line so we can get your contact information so we can send you your lunch money.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Young people doing great things. Thank you.
Thank you. I got another trivia question, believe it. All right. What is the name of the Chicago neighborhood that became known as the Black Metropolis during the Great Migration? Which neighborhood was the Black Metropolis in Chicago during the Great Migration? Listen, up next, Secure Home and Automation with Stacey Chauncey. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
That's good.
Okay, get the winner.
I thought you was gonna say what was the church that Martin Luther King came and spoke at back in the day.
Well, there was a few of them.
No, that really embracing was fellowship.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But Stone Temple is on the west side.
Hey, Carla, how you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna mute you all.
Hey, so I just need some contact information from you.
Yes.
All right, so
we'll pump.
It's time to automate to elevate. It's your man, Stacey Chauncey. Let's go. Good afternoon. We back. It's about to talk about security. About to talk about some security.
Well, you know, the good thing about what we've been doing all day, Black History Security, Black entrepreneurs have been at the forefront of developing innovative security solutions. This includes not only physical products like advanced lock systems and surveillance cameras, but also software solutions like apps for home security. So one of the ones that I found was Rodney Williams. He developed technology. That is. He developed technology for secure wireless communication of data across devices using sound waves. Now, while it's not exclusively used for home security, his applications in secure transactions and communications are fundamental components of the modern home security system. So most of our systems use a little piece of something an African-American man created.
You're absolutely correct. That's always the case with us.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of us someplace, you know, when it comes to inventions on everything that we're dealing with today.
We everywhere but Maine. No, I'm joking. Yeah. No, we are everywhere.
And so today, I really kind of wanted to, you know, talk a little bit about the DIY system versus a standard monitor system. You know, because that is really popular now, where you have individuals that want to go out and get a DIY system. That's a do-it-yourself type of system. And the reason that they go out and purchase some of those systems is because they're easily installed. The homeowners typically want to monitor themselves, and they don't want professional assistance or whatnot, and they don't want a contract. Right. So those are some of the reasons individuals absolutely do that. On the flip side, we have other folks that call Secure Home and Automation that want a professional installation. They want their system monitored. They want someone to be able to come out in the event that something goes wrong with that system. But there's some pros and cons to each one of those particular systems.
Yeah. Well, and the con to me of the do-it-yourself system is, if you're anything like me, putting stuff together is not always my strong suit. So, you know, it's going to operate at about 80% versus the 100% if somebody else comes and does it for me. So what would you say, if for the believers listening, which one would you suggest?
Well, again, it depends. I mean, a lot of young folks, you know, they cutting corners. They rather monitor it themselves. So it really depends on, you know, how you really want to do it. I don't have an issue with either one, but I will tell you this, though, that DIY system, you're responsible for the monitoring of your own security. That means you'll receive the alerts directly to your smartphone or your computer, and it's up to you to take action. When you start talking about the monitor system, on the other hand, you're directly connected to the central monitoring station.
Yeah.
And so that means that someone will absolutely respond, you know, because sometimes you might not be in a position to respond.
And there's been times where I didn't get the notification because I was getting bad service, or my signal was weak, or I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi, so I didn't get, you know, and I mentioned on your segment before how our car was broken into behind our house.
Correct.
I didn't get the notification real time, but I was able to go back and watch it after it happened. But if I had it connected.
And that speaks to the reliability is what you're talking about. When it comes to reliability, monitor systems are generally considered more reliable since they're professionally installed and monitored. They often have backup power sources. So if you have, you know, a power loss, power outage, they have a backup battery built into that particular system. And so there's no redundant communication methods to ensure continuous operation. The DIY system, what can be reliable in most cases, may have limitations depending on the quality of the equipment and your own technical expertise. That's what you were speaking to earlier.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, with Secure Home and Automation, do you all have any DIY products that you can send me the stuff? I install it myself, but I'm still connected to the monitor.
We do. Typically, when you start talking about the DIY type services, it's an upfront cost, what can be substantial. So you can spend anywhere from $300 to $500 up front, and then you still have to install it yourself. And so with what I do, you know, I give the equipment away at zero out-of-pocket investment to you. I send an individual out to professionally install it for you. And if you ever have any challenges, we're going to expedite the service call and make sure that you're good to go. All this is completely on us.
I love it. And the importance of the monitoring system is when you are not available and that's why I want the believers to really catch it. When you're not available to be watching your phone or you're at work, you don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive.
Correct.
And being proactive means having a monitoring aspect to your security system, because here's you can't make this up from me, but I want homeowners and investors to know this. I just realized something recently. If you own an investment property, even if you don't live in it, you should invest in security for your building.
Absolutely.
And you can get a basic Wi-Fi package just for the building. But when you're evicting tenants,
we say that,
and you walk away after you think they're gone, and Pookie and Ray and them come back and kick the door in, you don't have it on tape. Correct. So that's why it's important. So if you like me,
it is trespassing.
Yeah.
So with that monitor system, is considered trespassing. So the police can come up, be dispatched, and take those individuals right up out that property. I get individuals calling me after the fact. Can you do something? And the person's in the house. Now they got to go through the system in terms of the court system.
So if you're listening and you're saying this is some good information, I want to learn more, give Brother Stacey a call at 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. Give him a call and just ask some questions. He's here to answer your questions. He wants to make sure you have the best security setup for your home and your family. Now, we're not here to fearmonger you and make you afraid, but I will say that there's a viral video going on online where the neighbor heard camera footage caught migrants breaking into a building across the street that was boarded up, and it was like 20 of them moving in. Yeah, and they were just walking in, and it's like, I feel sorry for the brother or sister who owns that building, because squatters are harder to get rid of than a tenant.
The laws are built for those individuals. No doubt about it. But when you think about the difference between the DIY versus the monitor system, ultimately, it depends on your specific needs, your budget, and your comfort level. Right? DIY systems are great for those who want more control and are willing to take on the responsibility of monitoring their own security system. A monitor system, on the other hand, offers professional support and round-the-clock monitoring with warranties attached to that. And there's a little known fact that if you ever have a break-in with a monitor system through Brinks, right, we'll pay up to $500 towards your insurance deductible.
Well, that's amazing too. I don't know nobody else doing that. You know, these DIY systems ain't doing it.
No, sir.
It's like, look, when you bought the camera, it was up to you to protect your own house. But it just gives a sense of more protection. And in the days and times in which we live, we are not walking by fear. We're walking by faith. Faith without works is dead.
It
Call Brother Stacey at 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. And ask him how he can help you to better protect you and your family.
And you're 100% correct. And when I think about the single parents that's without monitor security system, I don't know if you know, but around 38% of those single parent households in the United States do not have a monitored security system.
How many?
38%.
Wow.
Right. Because, and I get it, a lot of times it's attached to a budget type situation, but we have a package that fits everybody's needs. For $1.57 a day, you can get a base system, which is $49.99 a month, no upfront cost, to give you some added peace of mind. So when you have your daughter or your son that's there in the home while you at work doing what you have to do, it gives you that added peace of mind that they're safe and they're sound.
Well, for $49.99 a month, I would rather pay that than have to now be susceptible to my house being broken into, my things being stolen. If you don't have homeowners or renters insurance, then you're not covered to replace it. If you do, you got to pay a deductible to get the stuff replaced. And some things just cannot be replaced because of sentimental value. So, you know what? I will connect with Brother Stacey.
And more importantly, you don't want your child to be traumatized by that particular incident.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the most important thing, not being able to get that out your head.
I don't know about y'all, but, you know, I don't really like people in my personal space.
Correct.
And so when somebody break up in your crib, I'm sounding real young and hood, right? No. When they break up in the house, you know, they in your personal space. Right. And, you know, it's, you know, we were taught you don't let everybody in your house, first of all, because people, bring bad spirits. So just imagine somebody with ill intention is looking to take from you, and that spirit is in your house. You know, let's try to keep them out by protecting your house so they can't get in.
And you have to do that. When you think about the amount of seniors that's living alone right now, there's 28% of those individuals age 65 or older live alone. And it's recommended that seniors that have medical challenges are considered to be a little bit more high risk when it comes to what? Potential break-ins, all these different scams going on, and the medical challenges that may have arisen that they need to make sure they have a monitored system.
That's dope. Well, listen, I'm being fact checked on social media. So if you're not listening to our watching us online, make sure you're following us at Brunch Bunch 1390. We go live every day on Facebook. Bettina said that the landlord allowed them to move in, but Bettina said that may not be true because the alderman said that he didn't know anything about migrants moving in that building. But either way, you don't want to be the one where squatters are coming in your property and taking over. And as a landlord, it costs more to get people out than to get them in, you know. So you want to make sure you don't let them in, and you protect your buildings with security so that you know what's going on. And it helps with
proactive piece.
Proactive. It helps with your insurance too. Absolutely. Your homeowner's insurance.
Absolutely.
Having that security. So call 866-447-3344. Stacey, before we go, you know, you always have it. You can't make this up. So I want to make sure that if you have one, we have time for you to tell it.
So it's so many stories all the time, you know, that you just pull out of your bag or whatnot. So most recently, went to a client's home just last night. And she lived out in Homewood, just closed on a home about a week or so ago. And she has a 28-year-old son that does not have a key. When I pulled up, he was sitting in the car. As I pulled up, he said, "That's my son sitting in the car. I won't allow him in the house with his wife because of the domestic situations." So when at their last place, they were constantly fighting in the house. Police were constantly being called out to the home. So she added a life safety system to her home to monitor if he was coming in the house. The sister of the young man will let him in the house, feeling bad for her brother. And so the mother added some cameras, and she covertly put him in the house, and she could see that the sister was allowing him in the house, and she ended up putting her out as well.
Wow. Man.
I was like, that's crazy.
Stacey gonna have to start like a little online TV show or something. This is drama.
Crazy.
Listen.
She said, "You staying here for free. I told you don't let your brother in. I gave you that, you know, that operation order, so to speak. You did it anyway, so now you and your baby both gotta go."
Well, this is an onion that we got so many layers to it, right? You protecting your family, you protecting your house, but you also got proof in situations like this. Absolutely. So the mother had proof to know how he was getting in because of the camera. Now, on the flip side, if someone's in a domestic situation, having these cameras in your house, outside your house, can help you in these type of needs too. And having the monitoring system to press, is it a panic button?
It's a panic button.
Pressing the panic button to get you some help without it being known.
Right, because that panic button has two-way voice capabilities where the monitoring station can listen in to that particular situation and dispatch the appropriate authorities to your home. Right, and that information can be utilized in a court of law type situation because it's all being recorded.
It's all being recorded. Listen, you know, I'm an SVU detective on my part-time on Thursday nights. And one episode of Law & Order SVU is show where their home security helped them to solve a crime because of the two-way monitoring system. So believers, call 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. Brother Stacey, thank you for always bringing the noise, my brother, and educating our listeners. And thank you for helping me sponsor lunch. We're treating Miss Patsy and Miss Tina to lunch today. Listen, tune in for the rest of the month because you never know how the Holy Ghost will move Action Jackson. I may be giving out lunch tomorrow, so tune in on that Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow we got some great guests. We got Ariel Johnson from Business Leadership Council Chicago filling in as our guest co-host, and our special guest is Miss Kiana Barber of WDB Marketing, talking about the Power Conference and the Legacy Gala. So tune in tomorrow, 12 to 1, right here on Inspiration 1390. But you know what? We are out of time, but we're never out of content. This has been a great Security Black History special edition of the Brunch Bunch. And we encourage you to keep love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair not on air. In your absence, we love you, Brother Stacey. We love you.
Thank you.
Believers. Where you at, Adam? Believers. We love you. Jarrell, you got to get in on this too, bro. Dang, I need Justice, where you at, man?
Are you saying to me? You can say I love you too.
All right, we're going to say it one more time. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love y'all. Up next is AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long with my church up in here right here on Inspiration 1390.
I was waiting for you to say Baby Eminem.
Right, but it be the believers what we all do. He waiting on Baby Eminem. I'm like, I'm by myself with the right. And plus, I was watching that time. My vision getting a little bit clearer. I think it's the CBD gummies I've been eating.
That's what you want to talk about, man. He said God was good. He said,
Right. And the Lord does provide. But I could see that countdown. We had a few seconds left. All right, believers. Tina. Oh, I've almost ripped this up. Miss Patsy. We're going to send y'all lunch on us. Call Brother Stacey if you have not already, our Facebook listeners. That's 866, Adam.
447-3344.
All right, 866. My vision ain't working that good. 866-447-3344. Happy Wednesday. Now, y'all be safe. It's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow.
We going to the beach.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
Lord.
Don't have your toes
We
out.
outside. All right, see you all.
Be barking.